Good day viewers, and welcome to another episode of JD's Kitchen Capers on a segment, Foods We Don't Like. Now, do you remember the old days when you go to a pub and you'd order your steak with veggies and you'd get soggy greens? Or maybe if you're a bit younger, going to Grandma's for a Sunday roast dinner and there'd be soggy grey broccoli or green beans. So there's a lot of vegetables that we've been turned off simply because they haven't been cooked properly or to maximise the optimum taste. So here's one that most people don't like, and that is Brussels sprouts. And I've heard people say, oh look, I can tolerate them if they're smothered with cheese or a cheese sauce. Well, the reality is that with a lot of foods, if you cook them differently, you're going to get different flavours. Now here's the challenge for you to try Brussels sprouts. I know what you're thinking, no, I've tried them, they're pretty gross, but cook them differently and see what you think. One of the ways that I love to cook them is to just stir fry them, cut them in half, and if you want, add a bit of bacon and garlic and butter, and that will enhance the flavours and give you that fatty bacon going through the Brussels sprouts, making them really tasty. Why not try them on the grill, just with a little bit of butter, and wait till they're charred on one side, and you'll find that they're crispy and really tasty. Maybe a bit of lemon juice or Parmesan cheese on top. Try them in the oven as well, and of course there's nothing wrong with a nice cheese sauce as long as you don't overcook them and make them all grey and soggy. Anyway, look, I just want to challenge you to try certain foods cooked a different way, see if you change your mind about the taste. I certainly do love my Brussels sprouts now, unlike the old days, because I've found new ways to cook with them. So if you're like me and you hated the taste of Brussels sprouts, give these ways of cooking them a go. You'll find that the taste is different, they're crisp, they're fresh, and maybe you'll even love them, like I do. Of course, there's nothing wrong with putting a bit of cheese sauce on top, because that also makes them tasty, but you'll find that the flavours are very different in a stir fry, in the oven, grilled. Don't let them get all soggy and lose their colour. Once they're bright and green and soft, that's the time to eat them. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to leave me a comment, to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another episode of JD's Kitchen Capers. Have a good day.